Welcome to It's an LA Thing. My name is Jocelyn. In today's video, I want to talk about the importance of staying in a high vibrational state or just being happy in a good mood. And actually, I'm going to share my tips on how I remain or stay or get in a good mood, because we all have those days when we're just like, not today, Satan, not today. So I'm going to share my 5 tips on how I stay happy. So if you want to know how I do that, just keep watching. The first way that I get into my happy state, my happy mood, would have to be music. So whatever that is for you, whatever type of music that is for you, just pop it in, put it in your laptop, put it in your earphones, and that usually makes me feel better. Like if you want to dance to it, if it's reggaeton. For me personally, it's Tupac. I know that's kind of like interesting, but for me it's like it gets me in such a good mood and kind of like I can do anything I want to do. Sometimes even listening to sad music makes me happy, which is kind of weird, like Vicente or like Ramon Ayala. That gets me in a great mood, or a drinking mood. It's pretty much the same thing, right? Alright, so my second tip is walking around or working out. Usually I'm like, oh, I don't want to work out, or I don't want to walk or go hiking. Okay, I always want to go hiking, but I usually don't want to work out. I hate working out at home. But once I do it, I feel so like empowered, and I've actually been making it a point to work out every day, so you will see results eventually. But it just gets you in such a great mood, because you feel like, man, like I'm out there living life and exploring, and just you're not on the couch thinking about all the bad things that happen. And then also I think even just hiking, it makes me realize like there's so much more to life than just your problems. Like there's so much more. Life is not about, oh, what problem do I have today? It's about what can I explore, what can I contribute, or it's so much bigger than that. So I think that puts it in perspective for me. My number 3 tip is to write it out. Whether you like writing or not, personally I'm a writer, so I love writing everything out. But I feel like it's the perfect way to cleanse your mind of all the negative thoughts or whatever happened to you that day that you may not want to talk about it with anybody, but you need to get it off your chest. Recently I told someone really close to me that they should write it out, and they didn't want to because they didn't want to relive it. And I can totally understand that. Sometimes I don't want to write something out because I don't want to admit it, or I don't want to, I basically want to be in denial about the situation. But once I write it out and I read it, or maybe just write it out and just let it go, you feel so much better, and you feel like, okay, this problem is not as big as I made it, because your mind always adds a lot to it. So I would say write it out, and then years from now you can look back and be like, damn, like I made it through that, just like everything else. So there's that. My number 4 tip is to watch inspirational YouTube videos. I love, when I wake up, the first thing I want to do after, my affirmations and my prayers and all that is watch an inspirational video, whether it's by Tony Robbins or it's a super inspiring TED Talk. I think it's really important just to see that other people are doing it and you can too. We all have those days where we feel so defeated, but then you look at Diddy's story, you look at how other artists or whatever business person you look up to, you look at what they've been through, and you're like, okay, man, like I could totally do this. And if you're not too sure what to look up, I'll leave some links down below that I watch all the time. In addition to that, I think it's important to look up affirmations. There's some that go on for hours that you could listen to at night, because your subconscious is always listening. So make sure that whatever you're watching, it's feeding your brain good stuff. You don't want to watch I am guilty of watching guilty murder stuff and trials and stuff. Don't do that, because then you're like, I was convinced someone was trying to kill me because I was watching that stuff. So let's just not do that. Watch inspirational stuff, watch things that motivate you, watch things that are good for you. My 5th and biggest and most important tip is to pray. Yes, pray. Whether you want to talk out loud, talk in your head, you want to kneel down, whatever method of praying that you want to do, just pray. I know it's kind of cliche, but for me, nothing is more therapeutic than talking with God and having that relationship where you have so much faith that you could be at the bottom and you know that you're not going to be there for long, and that everything in your life is a lesson. Literally everything in your life is a lesson. Whatever you're going through, whether you see it or not, you don't understand how that could be a lesson, just know that it is. So my number one tip, the biggest tip, is pray. Pray for clarity, pray for sanity, pray for patience, whatever it is, just pray. And yeah, so, and actually every time after I pray, I always feel so empowered, like, yes, I got this. Everything's gonna be okay because God told me so. Just have faith. It says it over and over again in the Bible, just have faith. So those are my tips for you. If you have any other ways that you get, in a better mood, keep it PG, let me know, and I super want to try it. So thank you for watching, and I will be back here soon. Thank you.